You're listening to the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast.
What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. It's the hot commodity ENC, and I'm joined by the current WWE pay-per-view champion, my hot commodity. And how are you tonight?
I'm good.
Yeah, so hope everyone listening is doing good. We are covering WWE Friday Night SmackDown from March 8th, 2024, live in Dallas, Texas. And we start out SmackDown with the WWE United States Champion Logan Paul coming out to the ring. Logan says, "Tonight you will witness history before your eyes. I'm a conqueror. I had the best rookie year of all time. Everything I touch turns to gold. Dallas, I have a prize for you." And we find out that Prime has partnered with WWE to be sponsored, and we see a Prime logo in the middle of the ring. KSI is in the crowd and walks into the ring. Randy Orton comes out. Orton goes to hit an RKO on Paul, but Paul moves out of the way. So Orton hits KSI with an RKO and force Prime on KSI. What did you think of the segment, Topo?
Well, it was all right. I don't like that Prime is going to be on the ring, but
Yeah, I was going to ask you that.
nah, I like Logan. I do. I like.
How do you think it's going to look in the ring for WrestleMania, though?
That's what I don't know about. I think it's a bit much for WrestleMania, but we'll see.
I agree. I think that
I like Logan Paul. I just wish he was kind of more into it. Like, you know, I feel like it's almost like disrespectful, but I know he has a lot of stuff going on. But
yeah, well, I mean, I guess the one good thing is that,
I mean, shit, he shows up more than Roman, so
and at least they're partnering with someone who is a part of the company, so that's a plus too.
yeah, that's cool.
But do you think we're gonna get Randy Orton and Logan Paul at WrestleMania?
Yeah,
I hope so.
I hope so.
James. All right. Well, our first match of the night, we have Randy Orton and Kevin Owens defeating Grayson, Waller, and Austin Theory. After this was a cool moment. Kevin Owens nails a stunner to Waller, and then Owens nails a pop-up into Randy Orton's RKO to get a 3 count. After the match, Logan Paul hits Kevin Owens and Randy Orton from behind with a double clothesline. Paul has brass knuckles, but Orton grabs them. He goes to hit Logan. Logan moves, and Orton almost hits Kevin Owens. So what do you think of the match? And do you think with Kevin Owens now being in the mix, he might be added to a WrestleMania match with Orton and Paul? Because they did that little suggestion there with Orton almost hitting with the brass knuckles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see Orton and KO going at it, but and they do the triple threat thing too much. Mm-hmm. So I just want it to be Randy and Logan Paul, and I also think that Randy is going to win the title at Mania.
I hope so, but I have a feeling with them bringing Kevin Owens in the mix is probably going to be a triple threat. But I do want to see
maybe Kevin Owens will turn on him at WrestleMania.
Kevin Owens is a wild card, so he does that quite often. Well, we then get a sit-down interview with Bayley. She questions her friendship with Damage Control. She would have done anything for them. She says the Damage Control made the biggest mistake, underestimating her. She will do everything in her soul to stop them. Do you think Bayley is going to win at Mania right now?
Definitely do.
Yeah. Why?
Because for the past year, Bayley's been in the background, and I know they like Triple H and everybody, they really like Bayley. So I feel like this was all part of a plan. And they were like, okay, you're going to take the back seat now, but at WrestleMania, you're headlining and, you're main eventing. I think she's going to do it. Everybody's rooting for Bayley. And I also saw a couple things online this week that people think that Bianca is going to turn heel because she's not very sympathetic of Bayley right now. She's kind of showing her true colors.
I agree with you. And then we're going to talk about that. Speaking of that, because they mentioned that because Bianca Belair and Naomi are talking backstage. And Bianca just basically tells Naomi that she doesn't feel bad for Bayley, that Bayley did this to herself. And Naomi says that, well, she kind of feels bad for her. And Bianca's like, well, you weren't here when Bayley did all of her stuff. So, I mean, that is a very heelish promo from Bianca. And Naomi kind of looks at her kind of like, so who knows? Maybe Bianca will turn heel. I like to see that. She hasn't been heel for a long time. So
Yeah.
well, next we have Bobby Lashley taking on Karrion Kross with Scarlett. This is a pretty action-packed match, but AOP comes down and attack Bobby Lashley. That's me trying to say Bobby and attack. They attack Bobby Lashley. The Street Profits run out and attack AOP. Bobby Lashley hits Karrion Kross with a flatliner, and then B Flab, and then B Fab comes out. Yep, and slaps Scarlett. Bobby Lashley applies the Hurt Lock to Karrion Kross, but AOP attack Lashley from behind, and they nail a final prayer to Lashley. They pose a Paul Ellering. What do you think of this situation? I feel like we're gonna get like a friggin' 6 or 8 or whatever it is, 4-person, whatever it is, mixed tag.
I'm kind of sleep. Can you lower yourself? This is boring.
Oh, that was cute.
I don't like it.
You're cute.
I don't like it. I think this whole thing with Bobby Lashley is just, it's going nowhere. I think that the other faction need to go to NXT. They're not main roster material. I'm sorry, it's boring.
I agree, and I kind of feel bad for Bobby Lashley. And I do like Karrion Kross. I like Kross too. He's a good guy too. But let's move on. Elektra Lopez and Santos Escobar trash Dragon Lee backstage, and Santos says Rey Mysterio and LWO are dead. We'll talk more about them later. We find out that Bull Nakano and the U.S. Express will be inducted in the Hall of Fame. That'll be exciting. That's cool. That's right after SmackDown the night before WrestleMania. We then see Tiffany Stratton beat Michin with a prettiest moonsault ever. I like Tiffany Stratton. Do you think she's going to be involved in Mania at all?
Definitely.
I wonder in what way, though.
It's pushing her so hard. And people are so mad still that Naomi lost to her. So.
Well, we'll see. I like her. She was good in person, too. We saw her on Dynamite.
Yes.
We get a promo from AJ Styles next. He doesn't think LA Knight deserves to be in the ring with him. He took momentum from AJ Styles, and basically LA Knight is an underachiever. We then see LA Knight backstage. He's flipping out. He breaks a TV with a chair backstage. How are you feeling about this storyline?
When I became champion, he was mad. That's why he broke the TV.
Yeah, well, because
I don't know. I really like two or 3 months ago, I would have thought that LA Knight was going to be like a huge part of Mania and everything. Mm-hmm. And it's weird. Like he kind of dropped the ball lately. Like since he lost to Roman, it's been like down. Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know. Like they're trying, but it doesn't.
I agree. It's not doing much, but we're definitely going to see AJ Styles and LA Knight. Probably.
Yeah.
We then see Dragon Lee defeat Angel with Legado del Fantasma after Hurricane Rana roll-up. After the match, Legado attacked Dragon Lee. No one's there to save him. We're probably going to get Santos versus Rey at Mania, but what do you think of this storyline between these two?
It could be good. We need to see what happens, and I think it'll be interesting to see what happens with Dominic and Andrade, and I think there's a lot that's going to happen with LWO and Santos Escobar's faction. Like I think there's stuff to come.
I agree. I think a lot's going to come.
But I think it'll probably be like after.
Yes. Dakota Kai challenges Bayley for a match next week on SmackDown. Nick Aldis is going nuts looking for Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes backstage, making you sort of feel like there's chaos going on. We then see the Bloodline and The Rock come out. Then Cody Rhodes and the Seth Rollins come out through the crowd. They stare at each other. Cody says, I feel lucky to be here in this ring. I heard your challenge, and do you have the authority to make this challenge? You called Roman Reigns a tribal chief. Rock says, shut your mouth, boy. Before you say something stupid, let me drop some knowledge. I acknowledge Roman Reigns because we are family. This is what we do. Seth says, shut your mouth. You want an answer, whatever, we accept. Roman says, you're going to let him answer for you. You're going to let this cross-dresser make decisions for you, Cody. After WrestleMania, your story will be over. Rock says, I will do everything that I can to stop you. I am your boss. If you don't win, you will never, ever get another shot at this title again. Everyone is looking down on us. You know, your father had you like, you're like the youngest by 20 years. You were a mistake. And then Cody Rhodes slaps The Rock and SmackDown goes off the air. So they accept the match for WrestleMania night one. It's going to be Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes versus The Rock and Roman Reigns. But Cody slaps The Rock. What do you think?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. Like, I have so many ideas of what could happen, and we'll see. I don't know.
I don't know now. I keep going back and forth on what The Rock is going to do, and we'll talk about this more to come. But this is a good SmackDown. A lot happened.
It was good. Somebody's turning on somebody. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm excited. Well, I'm not going to turn on you. We know that. Well, I might because I want to get my title back. Because I
It's home where it should be.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah, I'll get it back. So
You still get to play with it.
oh, I do. That's yeah. We could be co-champions. You could have for now. Then I'm getting at Mania. Anyways, let us know in the comments what you think about this episode of SmackDown. Who's gonna turn on who? Make sure you subscribe, like, hit the notification bell on YouTube to stay notified. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcasts. Till next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.